Let's just clear something up straight away. Men think women care about muscles the same way men care about muscles. They don't. Because if that was true, every massive bodybuilder would be drowning in attention. And that's not always the case. You've probably seen it yourself. A guy who is not the biggest in the gym, not the most shredded, but there's just something about his physique that stands out. And then there's the guy who is huge, extremely lean, and it almost feels like too much. So clearly, it's not just about size. It's about how the body looks overall, and more importantly, what it signals. Now, before we get into this, let me say something clearly. This is not about chasing perfection or seeking validation. If you're going to spend time in the gym, putting in effort, it only makes sense to understand what actually matters. A lot of men chase size, thinking more muscle equals more attraction. But it's actually about proportion, balance, and structure. A physique that looks natural and strong. Today, we're breaking down the 5 muscle groups women find most attractive. Once you understand the why, you train differently and build a physique that actually works. Because this isn't just for the gym, it's for real life. Let's get into it. Let's start with shoulders. This is probably the most important muscle group for a man's overall look. When you have well-developed shoulders, it adds structure and creates that powerful, broad frame. Visually, it widens your upper body while making your waist appear smaller, creating that attractive V shape. It's not just about size, it's about proportions. Well-built shoulders signal strength and masculinity, and most importantly, they signal presence. People notice the way you carry yourself. His posture improves. He stands taller. He takes up space differently, and people notice that. You can be wearing a basic t-shirt, but if your shoulders fill it out, you stand out. There's a difference between a shirt just sitting on your body and a shirt being shaped by your body. Shoulders make everything look better. Without them, a physique looks incomplete. With them, you look elevated. It creates an immediate visual impact. Next is the back, and honestly, it's underrated. While most focus on arms and chest, the back provides the real structure. A strong back creates width. That V taper makes your upper body look clean, athletic, and balanced. It shows up in subtle ways, how you stand and how your clothes fit. Even in a simple t-shirt, it just looks different. There's more presence. It's not loud, but it's noticeable. It just looks solid and powerful. When you take the time to build what's behind you, it stands out. It creates that essential contrast. It improves your posture naturally. You stand taller, chest open, radiating confidence without saying a word. A strong back changes how you show up. It's the ultimate key to overall presence. Next is the chest, because this is where a lot of men get it wrong. Yes, a developed chest is attractive. There's no denying that. It adds presence, it fills out your frame, and it contributes to that strong, masculine look. But here's the part most guys misunderstand. It's not about having an overly bulky, oversized chest. It's about proportion. A well-developed chest should complement the rest of your body, not overpower it. When your chest is balanced with your shoulders, arms, and back, it creates a physique that looks put together and intentional. It adds structure to your upper body. It makes you look fuller, stronger, more complete. But when the chest becomes too exaggerated, too dominant compared to everything else, it can actually throw off your entire physique. Instead of looking athletic, it can look unbalanced, and that's not the goal. So rather than asking yourself, how big can I make my chest? You should be asking, does my chest fit my overall physique? Because that's what actually makes the difference. Next muscle part are your arms. This is one of the most noticeable muscle groups. Unlike other areas, they are almost always on display. The moment you put on a fitted t-shirt, your arms become one of the first things people see. Well-developed arms create an immediate impression. They subtly communicate strength, discipline, and effort. It's that unspoken signal. Okay, he clearly works out. But bigger isn't always better. Overly large arms without balance can look disproportionate and unnatural. What really stands out is a balance of size and definition. Strong, well-shaped arms that look athletic rather than excessive, are far more appealing. You want muscle tone that complements your shoulders and upper body. Attractive arms are about looking capable and strong in a natural way. They reinforce that impression without you saying a word. Next are the glutes. I know this one surprised you. This is because men don't train this enough, especially you. But most women notice the glutes. A well-developed lower body instantly stands out. It signals strength, balance, and athleticism. And let's be honest, it tells us one thing immediately. You're intentional about leg day. That alone separates you. Beyond that, strong glutes improve your entire physique. They affect how you stand, walk, and carry yourself. Most guys focus on the upper body and neglect the lower body. That imbalance, it throws off your entire physique. When everything is balanced, that's when a physique really stands out. It's about proportion and discipline. Glutes matter. More than most men realize, they make the difference between looking good and looking complete. Now here's the part most men overlook. It's not about focusing on just one muscle group, because attraction isn't built on one standout body part. It's built on how everything comes together. The balance, the proportion, the presence. That's what creates that overall look. Because you can have one strong feature, maybe great arms or a solid chest, but if everything else is underdeveloped, it throws everything off, and it just doesn't hit the same. The most attractive physiques aren't extreme, they're well put together. Everything flows, everything complements each other. That's what people notice, even if they can't explain it. When you really break it down, the muscle groups women find most attractive are shoulders, back, chest, arms, and glutes. But here's what most people miss. It's not about isolating these muscles. It's about how everything comes together. What actually stands out is a physique that looks balanced, proportionate, and strong. Not extreme, just well put together. A man with broad shoulders and a solid back doesn't just look good. He looks like he takes care of himself, and that's what people respond to. Not perfection, not unrealistic standards, just consistency. They're looking for someone who looks healthy, capable, and confident. Someone who trains with purpose. Aesthetics is about shape, symmetry, and presence. It's about how your physique fits together as a whole. Stop chasing the biggest version of yourself. Start building the best version of yourself through consistency. Over time, those small, consistent efforts create something powerful. Something that stands out without trying too hard. Because at the end of the day, it's not about being the biggest. It's about having a physique that speaks for itself. Come back for the next video.